Christian news from English Christian Times. Vatican sends extraordinary form mass survey to world's bishops. The Vatican's doctrinal congregation has asked the world's bishops to report on how a landmark papal document acknowledging the rights of all priests to say Mass, the Roman Missal of 1962, is being applied in these dioceses. Cardinal Luis Ladaria, prefect of the Congregation for the Doctrine of Faith, wrote to the Presidents of Bishops' Conference in a March 7 letter asking them to distribute a 9-point questionnaire to bishops about the 2007 Apostolic Letter. Catholic Charities warn of future food crisis. Catholic organizations around the world have raised concerns about the impact of the coronavirus pandemic on world hunger. The lockdown measures in many countries have undermined the agricultural work and logistics required to maintain food supply, especially in economical or politically unstable regions of the world. In South Sudan, hunger threatened many communities prior to the coronavirus outbreak, with political instability and desert-locked swarms endangering food supplies across East Africa. Vatican publishes Pope's prayers for difficult times. The Vatican has published a free downloadable book of Pope Francis' prayers and homilies responding to the trial and suffering of the coronavirus pandemic. Strong in the Face of Tribulation also contains suggestions for Catholics who are unable to receive the sacraments due to restrictive measures to prevent the spread of COVID-19. The book is available in English, Italian, Spanish, and French, and will be updated several times a week with new homilies and other interventions made by the Pope, said Andrea Tornielli, editorial director of the Vatican Dicastery for Communication. Pope Francis postpones Peter Penn's collection amid pandemic's economic downturn. Pope Francis has postponed this year's Peter Penn's collection until next fall as the Vatican confronts the economic consequences of the coronavirus pandemic. The collection, which traditionally takes place in churches across the world, Saints Peter and Paul, has been moved to October 4th, the feast of Saint Francis. Catholic University stages a digital play amid quarantine. While the coronavirus has shut down universities and artistic events, the drama department of a Catholic university performed a play nevertheless through a video conference. A production of Shakespeare's Measure for Measure was meant to be staged last week. Because of the pandemic, the Catholic University of America's Rome School of Music, Drama and Art instead performed the play on YouTube. Catholics honor the priests killed at Dachau. Remember 75th Liberation Anniversary. When the US Army arrived at Dachau concentration camp 75 years ago on April 29, 1945, the clergy held captive there regarded it as a miracle. A week earlier, on April 22nd, the priests and monks of Dachau had consecrated themselves to Saint Joseph, fearing that the guards were planning to murder them before fleeing the advancing allies. If they were spared, they promised they would make an annual pilgrimage to Saint Joseph's shrine in Kalisz, central Poland. Tribal animus beat pastor threatened to destroy vocal cords to hold further evangelism. After demolishing a pastor's house and driving his family into the jungle, tribal animus in central India severely beat the Christian leader, threatening to destroy his vocal cords so he can no longer preach. Nearly a month after tribal animus expelled the Christian family from Bailud village in Madhya Pradesh and destroyed their home, tribal animus ambushed Pastor Lalu Kirath as he returned from a grocery store. This is the very perfection of a man, to find out his own imperfections. St. Augustine. News Desk, Christian Times.